Let's start this week with our supervisor from the town of Newcastle, Victoria Vicky Tipp. Come on up, Supervisor.
Thank you so much for that introduction. It's wonderful to be here with you. And I do want to thank you, County Executive Ken Jenkins, for this opportunity to speak today. And I'm honored to serve as the Town of Newcastle Supervisor, this being the second year of my first term. I previously served as Deputy Secretary for 2 years prior, but serving in public office in my community is not new to me, as I served for 10 years on the Chappaqua School Board. County Executive Ken Jenkins, in my short time in office with the town, I have quickly come to know you in your current capacity and as Deputy County Executive as one of the most consistently present, accessible, and responsive of public officials, and I thank you on behalf of the town of Newcastle for always being there, answering our calls, attending our events, and helping to resolve issues when appropriate for Westchester County. You're one of the few people who could be in 10 places at the same time. The town of Newcastle is located in northern Westchester and was established in 1791. We're right in the middle of the county. We're bordered by 10 neighboring municipalities. To the north, we have Somers, Yorktown, and Cortland. To the west, the village of Croton-on-Hudson and the town of Ossining. To the east, we have the village of Mount Kisco, town of Bedford. And to the south, town of Mount Pleasant, village of Pleasantville, and town of North Castle. We're home to approximately 18,000 residents. We have a high concentration of families, with the basic significant portion of our population falling within the 5 to 19 and 35 to 59 age group, basically parents and their children. Youth make up 25% of our residents, and this reflects our family-friendly atmosphere and a strong commitment to education. Our geography spans about 24 square miles, and we have 3 economic hubs. Our town is predominantly residential, and the economic hubs are the Chappaqua and Millwood hamlets, which are census-designated places. And we have a recent third economic area, which is Chappaqua Crossing, a mixed-use development featuring residential, retail, and commercial spaces. One of our defining features is a commitment to green spaces and land conservation. Over 25% of our land is designated for parks and preserves. We have a total of about 1,400 acres comprising of town recreation and park lands and county and state park land. We have additional open space and non-park land of about 710 acres and some private recreational lands as well. On the education front, most of our residents are served by the Chappaqua Central School District, and the balance attend school districts of the borders of our town in Ossining, Bedford, Yorktown, Byram Hills, and the Pleasantville school districts. We have a wonderful Chappaqua Public Library, which is a community hub, and it's actually a school district library. We have author talks, discussion groups, children's programs, a public theater, and they are a regular sponsor of town events with us. On the arts and culture front, we have an annual children's book festival that attracts over 8,000 visitors and features these days over 160 children's authors and a lot of fun activities. We have a performing arts center, the Chappaqua Chap-Pack, as we call it, a 425-seat town-owned venue that was saved from demolition and now showcases local, regional, and national performances. We have a recent mural project initiative sponsored by the Arts and Culture Committee, inviting artists to submit proposals for an Art Under the Bridge project with the theme of community that will revitalize an area of an overpass going over the Sawmill Parkway and the Metro North Railway. On the development front, we have our third and newest economic center, as I mentioned, Chappaqua Crossing. This is a transformed 115-acre former Reader's Digest campus featuring an iconic cupola building which has won awards for its readaptive use of a historic structure, with 64 integrated mixed-income, affordable, workforce, and market-rate rental units. It's a campus anchored by Whole Foods, the Performing Arts Center, Northwell Health Medical Facility, and wonderful restaurants and fitness center. What's new there in the area are plans which are underway for what we call the Chapline Trailway. We recently received funding to begin a 1.7-mile pedestrian and bike trail connecting Chappaqua Crossing with Horace Greeley High School adjacent to that to the downtown Chappaqua and Metro North train station. This will help reduce reliance on cars and provide educational opportunities with a bird sanctuary within the area, which will receive programming with the help from the Audubon Society and Teatown Lake Reservation. Adjacent to this area, we have an on-grade railroad crossing at the Sawmill River Parkway and Roaring Brook Interchange. Recently, the New York State DOT and Metro North received funding from the US DOT to do preliminary engineering and environmental work to eliminate this on-grade crossing and hopefully build an overpass in the near future. This was a result of unfortunate multiple accident and a terrible tragedy that happened about 10 years ago, and we had some of our US congressional reps come and they endeavored to do this for us, and it hopefully will come to fruition very shortly. We have plans underway for a complete streets project. This would be a new sidewalk connecting our Millwood hamlet, that economic commercial district to Gedney Park, which is a very wonderful park in our community and one of the elementary schools. And this, along with the Chapline, is part of a long-term plan to increase walkability in town. Our town has a proud history of environmental leadership. In 2008, we became the first community of our size in New York State and first municipality in Westchester to adopt the Climate Smart Communities Pledge. And today we're a Silver Certified Climate Smart Community. We participate in the Westchester Power Program in partnership with the Sustainable Westchester Consortium. We have green initiatives recently completed or in progress. One of our comprehensive plan goals is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions with climate change adaptive measures. We have a climate action plan with new greenhouse gas emission reduction targets to reduce the amount of municipal energy consumed. And with the help of our Sustainability Advisory Board, we have 2024 initiatives which have increased town participation in NYSERDA clean energy community programs. And we have obtained grants due to actions we have taken and are expecting, as part of our grants, we will be expanding our EV charger capacity. Our town has already installed LED bulbs in all our streetlights. And we have building decarbonization initiatives. We've installed LED bulbs in all our lighting at Town Hall. At our Chappaqua Performing Arts Center, we'll be installing LED theater lights, which is kind of new technology. And this will reduce greenhouse gases significantly. We have a new roof, which will allow us to install solar panels, which is projected to cover 100% of energy construction there. We will have heat pumps installed as a new HVAC system in some of our town facilities. And to continue the green building initiatives on private property, we have amended our zoning code to allow for a mixed-use residential transit-oriented development on underutilized property to foster a more vibrant, walkable downtown. To those who know the area, this was the old Rite Aid spot. We just received the developer's application, and the building will comprise of 50 rental units with 20% of affordable and workforce units, increasing the diversity of affordable housing types. It will incorporate green building measures featuring carbon-neutral construction practices, and it will contain no gas or fossil fuel-fired equipment, except for the emergency standby generators. It will have on-site car sharing, off-street bicycle parking, and at least 50% of parking spaces must have EV charging capability. It will also have more green infrastructure to include a green roof, rain gardens to capture stormwater runoff, and cisterns. So finally, and there's really so much to say, but I don't want to carry on for much longer, we have a variety of community events. We have annual events with a popular Memorial Day parade, a farmer's market, a very active senior center, and active town committees who have brought new programs to us. We have the Into the Light, Break the Hold Sunrise Walk in support of mental health sponsored by a new committee on mental resilience, and many, many, many more that are too many to recount, all fostering a strong sense of community. So again, I appreciate the opportunity to speak about Newcastle, and I thank you, County Executive, for your strong partnership.
Well, so first, thank you so much, Supervisor. I know that you have your longtime town administrator that is retiring. So give Jill a shout out to
Yes, my goodness, Jill Shapiro our town administrator has worked with the town for 35 years. She started off as a town prosecutor, then quickly moved into being a receiver of taxes, clerk and receiver of taxes, and in 2016, became town administrator, and has served the town with exemplary skills, and she's been so dedicated. Jill is one of these people who works 24/7 and has committed so much of her time to the town, and we will be celebrating her, and we'll give you information for that shortly thereafter, but we will miss her very much. And we will be happy to welcome Rob Deary, who is our deputy town controller and deputy town administrator, to follow through after Jill leaves us. But we hope that Jill stays in touch, and I will be calling her on the phone, so she's not really done.
Huh?
Thank you so much, County Executive. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much, and again, certainly for the town of Newcastle, thank you so much, Supervisor, the town of Newcastle, Vicki Tipp,